Hey, shalom everybody, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda Ben Shomer, and welcome to the counting of the Omer, 50 days to spiritual refinement. Today is day 31 of the Omer, which makes 4 weeks and 3 days of the Omer. The theme for the week is Hod, glory. The theme for the day is Tefreit, beauty. So the overall theme for the day is the beauty of his glory. And we're going to continue on with Psalm 78, but read verses 17 through 31. But first, I'd like to read to you a couple passages which to me express the beauty of his glory. Exodus 13:21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. Exodus 13:22. And he took not away the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Deuteronomy 1:33. Who went in the way before you, to search you out a place to pitch your tents, and a fire by night to show you by what way you should go, and in a cloud by day. Nehemiah 9:19. Yet thou in thy manifold mercies forsookest them not in the wilderness. The pillar of cloud departed not from them by day, to lead them in the way, neither the pillar of fire by night, to show them light and the way wherein which they should go. Finally, Isaiah 4:5. And the Lord will create upon every dwelling place on Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud of smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense. Okay, so basically I read a bunch of passages about the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. And you may be asking yourself, how does this show the beauty of his glory? Well, as we said in earlier Omers, that the glory is the manifest presence of God, whether it be in a cloud, whether it be in the angel of the Lord, whether it be, some sort of visual and audible and physical manifestation, usually light. That is the glory of the Lord. Now, the beauty of his glory in the cloud and in the fire is this. Imagine, thousands and thousands of Israelites coming out of Egypt. Their bodies are emaciated and worn down due to the slavery, and they have this long trek ahead of them through the blistering, burning hot heat of the desert and the scorching winds that come, when all of a sudden there's this cloud that comes out of nowhere, and it's not even moving in the direction of the other clouds in the sky, and it comes and rests over the thousands and thousands of Israelites, and it gives them a shade, and they find that they're cooled, and they find that the air and the humidity is not so fierce underneath this divine cloud that God sends, and it makes their journey and their travel a little bit easier. And as the sun goes down, all of a sudden they notice that this cloud starts glowing and radiates a heat and a light all its own that takes the desert night chill away, so that they can comfortably continue their journey in the wilderness at night if they want. And if they camp, that cloud provided light and protection and warmth as they slept in their tents. So to me, it's just like a loving parent, that's say a baby's out in a stroller, and they're going around the zoo, and it's a really hot day, and the parent just lovingly puts the shade down on the stroller so the baby's more comfortable, and gives the baby some cool juice or water. I mean, the cloud by day and the fire by night is just a perfect example of God as a loving parent. And to me, this expresses the beauty of his glory in a most spectacular way. So let's go ahead and read the last portion of Psalm 78, 17 through 31. Yes, 31. And it says, but they continued to sin against him, rebelling in the desert against the Most High. They deliberately tested God, demanding the food they craved. They spoke against God, saying, is God able to provide food in the wilderness? Look, he struck the rock and water gushed out. Torrents overflowed. But can he also provide bread and furnish meat for his people? Therefore, the Lord heard and became furious. Then fire broke out against Jacob, and anger flared out against Israel because they did not believe God or rely on his salvation, on his Yeshua, if you will. He gave a command, and the clouds above opened the doors of heaven, and he rained down manna for them to eat. He gave them grain from heaven. The people ate the bread of angels. He sent them an abundant supply of food. He made the east wind blow in the skies, and he drove the south wind by his might, and he rained meat upon them like dust, and winged birds like sand of the sea. He made them fall in his camp all around his tent. They ate and were completely satisfied, and he gave them what they craved. Before they had satisfied their desire, while the food was still in their mouths, God's anger flared against them. He killed some of their best men. He struck down Israel's choice young men. Let's go ahead and close this time out with a word of prayer. Abba, Adonai God, just as your glory can kill like a bolt of lightning, it can shade and warm your people with gentleness. Help us to reveal your glory to people in such a beautiful way that they can see you in us. In Yeshua's name we pray. Amen. Hey, thanks for watching. Shalom. Shavua Tov.